What up folks, I'm Ultrazilla and today I have a review of the Super 7 Visible Creature All Plastic Assembly Kit. This was an Nycc exclusive with real monster guts. There you go, little creature kit. And today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Universal Monsters. We're going to do a little speed build and review all in one. This was sent by Super 7, so I do thank them for doing so. The packaging is really, really cool. I don't have a lot of experience with the like glue together kits, so you know, do keep that in mind when I do this. But this is cool. This is a really old style kit manufactured by Atlantis for Super 7. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. So here are all the contents. I took everything like pretty much off all the runners except for this little thing here, which, you know, it's really small. So here are the directions, you know. So again, quite different, but I like the illustrations on it. It's pretty cool. Quite different in the way of, like, you know, more modern kits, the way these directions are. So, you know, we'll do our best here with this. So this is pretty cool, you know, what it says on that. Now, it did say somewhere, only use glue suited for polystyrene. So, you know, the only glues I really have are these Loctite glue, but, you know, according to directions, they're fine for polystyrene, so I don't know, you know, I was going to get other glue, but once I read that this is fine, and actually model kits were on the list of things to use this for, I figured it might work out since it's one of those, like, you know, kind of pen type ones, so we'll see. You know, you guys let me know down below if you have experience with this stuff, what you might have used so you'd be helping everybody else. Me? We're just going to go for it. So, let's get into the build. And here's the creature kit all built, though it's not quite probably complete. He's on here. Oh, he's on here better than he was. This guy is not really glued in, and I just decided not to glue it in. The build was a little tough for me. I'm gonna admit it, because gluing stuff is just, it just makes me nuts. It's not good for me. My fingers are all destroyed. And a lot of the pieces didn't quite fit flush. I did do a lot of snipping along the way. Though I feel like maybe I should have done that at the outset. You know, I usually do with kits, but this time I didn't. And I just kind of went with it, and like, some pieces just don't want to stay attached. I might try to give that another go here. It's not the biggest of deals. You know, and then you do see some gaps, and the most egregious place was at the head for whatever reason, and maybe the head's supposed to look like this with this kind of outer ridge, but it was the only way the pieces stayed flush. It was really weird. I did break one of these inner gills and had to, you know, glue it as we went, and as I did that, I gave myself a nice big gash in my finger, which got blood on this. I did spare you guys of that scene. And then sticking this guy on here at the end was not very easy. The feet didn't want to stay glued down, though now it's pretty good, although this foot is only glued at the front because it won't stay down for whatever reason. So he's kind of lunging a little more forward than he would be, but it's fine. Another thing I really feel like I should have showed you more of is these inner, you know, inner pieces here, because they look quite good, and it's really hard to, because of the texture on here, it's really hard to see how they are, and it was a little hard to figure out, like with the chest piece, which way was the right way. I think I got it right, because again, it's really based on how flush everything sits. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it went together sort of okay, sort of not. I probably will try to fix this a little bit, because it's a nice display piece for sure. Since we could take this guy off. Look at this little guy. He's pretty cool. Little lizard guy. He's got a little tongue, which wasn't the easiest thing to stick on, and doesn't feel quite super secure, but you know, he's not doing much of anything, but it does look pretty good. And he does stay fairly well without any glue, which is good. The snake is glued on to this branch, and then the skeletal hand here, I glued on here. Like, here's one thing I'm gonna say. These directions, I just need them to be a little bit better, especially with where things should go glue-wise and stuff, and I don't know. It would have went a lot easier had the directions been a lot more detailed. It leaves a lot for you to do, but maybe that's how these kits always are. As you can see here, his foot is on top of the skeletal hand, and I couldn't get it to stay like that, so I just glued it onto this little ridge here, and I called it a day. But it looks pretty good. The ridge itself is, I mean, the base itself is pretty cool. It says the creature there, which looks pretty cool. And overall, it looks pretty good. The feet are really nice on creature itself. You know, that's pretty good. Oh, and this is what the back looks like. Really nice. I will say, because it's clear, a lot of it is very forgiving if you make any glue messes, which is good. So that's a plus. But it looks decent enough. I like how the body looks. You see all the scaling and stuff fairly well. And again, the pink innards is pretty cool. They're kind of like seaweed or something. It's really interesting. And again, I really wish I would have shown it to you without. I guess if you like this the right way, you could see through it better without all the pieces, but it's fine. It's fine. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. The body looks decent enough. The arms are pretty cool. The hands are really nice. Good details. Little scaling there. Again, the fins on the back are pretty good. Again, this is going to be something I'll work on, but it doesn't sit totally flush in there, so I don't care if it's hanging. It's in the back anyway. This arm's pretty good. I had a little more trouble getting this arm to stay than this arm. This one went nice and flush, and this one kind of didn't, you know, but it's fine also. Again, hands are pretty good. The head sculpt is very nice, sufficiently creature-esque, so it's pretty cool. You see all the gills, the gill man. The eyes look pretty good. Everything looks pretty good on the head. It's not bad at all. That's what the back of the head looks like. Again, I get this sort of crazy ridge here, and I think, you know, the more I look at it, the more it seems textured, and maybe it was supposed to be out on that, but you wouldn't know that from the box or from the directions. His head looks very flat, so it's hard to say if that's right or not, but I think it's right because, again, that's the only way it went in. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't hate it, so that's a good thing. And overall, yeah, the kit itself is pretty cool. I do think it's a nice finished piece. Again, I do have some gappage, which I will try to work on, but, you know, I don't want to hold up this review to make it super perfect. There you go. See if you just put it together a little bit. Because I've had this since right before Halloween, so I really wanted to get this one done. Aw, and that happened. So I guess I get another chance at fixing that, you know, for my final thoughts. And for your size comparisons, here is the visible creature with 3 other creatures from my collection, including the Bendy Figs, the DST, and the Migo. Conspicuous by its absence was one of my favorite toys of last year, the Jada version. I don't know where it is, but there you go. Here's some creatures for you. And my final thoughts. Well, I really like the final version of this. It looks really, really nice. I think all the different pieces look great. The base with the lizard and the snake and the skeleton hand all look really nice. Creature itself is a really nice sculpt. I love the innards. I think that's a cool idea. It looks really cool. The real monster guts, if you will. So it all looks good. The build was not fun for me. No, I will say that. I'm just not a glue guy, and I just made a mess of my hands more than the kit itself. But, you know, it's still a cool piece. I still like looking at it right now. I think it's very cool. And it goes well with the rest of the creatures in my collection. It's something different for the collection. So I do thank Super 7 for sending this over for a review, because I really did want to check it out, and I really did want it for the creature collection. And there you go. That's my review and speed build. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.